Hello everyone, I am back with another character creation in the Dogma 2 character creator. Now someone requested that I make either Solid Snake or Big Boss from the Metal Gear Solid series. And you know, I thought I was making Solid Snake and I started doing some Googling and now I'm not sure if this is Solid Snake, Naked Snake, Big Boss, Just Snake. I'm not sure who I made here. It's one of them. I think this is Naked Snake before he comes Big Boss. I'm not really sure. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments down below who I made, because at this point I'm not sure. But hopefully this helps out whoever was looking for a snake character. Anyways, let's take a look at what we've got here. Now, with the base head, I'm at number 8 for the base head. I always like to start off here. And for the skin, we are looking at a base skin of number 36 with a skin color of number 21. Wrinkles are at 50 and the skin sheen is at 14. If you want to play around and look at some different skins to make them look younger or older, feel free. This is the one I landed at. Now, with that out of the way, let's start taking a look at these body sliders. For body, we are looking at a height of 190, a torso length of 40. My favorite muscle style is always 19 because it has the most definitive muscles. So I went with that. His muscle strength now is at 50. You could crank it up more if you want him to look even more muscular and ripped. His trap size I have at minus 15. You can probably bust that up a little bit. Let's put that around like 43. I forgot about that one. Upper body muscle mass is at 75. His lower body mass is at 20. His upper body size is at minus 35 and his lower body size is at 0. For his head, I have a head size of minus 2. The head length of 40. His head width is at 0. His depth is at minus 10. His face height is at minus 14. His neck length is at 30 and his neck thickness is at 40. For the upper body, his shoulder width is at 24. His shoulder size, negative 62. Chest thickness is at 30. His chest size is at 70. We've got 28 for a torso width and minus 6 for a torso depth. His arm length is at minus 32. His arm size is at 6. His upper arm thickness, 17. And his forearm thickness is at minus 6. For the lower body, I have a waist width of minus 60, a waist size of minus 32, a rear size of 100, leg size overall 18, thighs at 5, and the calves are at 60. For the posture, I have him at a movement style of minus 79, elbow angle of 34, and a knee angle of minus 47. For the posture, I have him up at a straight 30. Now let's jump back into the face. For the brow, I have a brow height of minus 30, a brow spacing of 30, a brow depth overall of 0 with 15 for inner and 15 for outer, minus 65 for the brow angle, and the brow bend I have at minus 98. For the eyes, I have an eye height of 10, an eye width of minus 15, an eye depth of minus 100, an eye size of minus 19, and an eye angle of minus 42, with the squint set to 90 for both of them. For his nose, we have a nose length of 10, a bridge width of 60, a bridge height of 26, a bridge bump overall of 19, the upper is at 55 and the lower is at 49, his nostril size is at 10, his nostril height is at 0, 37 for the nostril width, 90 for the tip depth, minus 11 for the angle, and 14 for the sharpness. The ears are a little bit janky on this model. Luckily the hair covers them up a bit. Here are my settings for the ears. Size 0, minus 55 for the angle, 88 for openness, 82 for tilt, 0 for tips, and 51 for lobes. For his cheeks, I'm at a minus 40 for the overall cheek and thickness. For the bulge, we are at 8. Neck fat is set to 0. Cheek height is set to 100. The cheek width is at 31 and the cheek depth is at 100. For the mouth, we have a mouth height of 0, a width of 80, 43 for the protrusion. We have the mouth corners turned down to minus 15 to make them more serious. The lip thickness is at 43 and the lower lip position is at a minus 40. The jaw and chin, I have the jaw definition at 100, the jaw width at 34, the position is at minus 19, the protrusion is at minus 10, the chin height is 20, the width is 20, the protrusion is 56, and the sharpness is at 40. That's it for the face. Let's take a look at the hairstyle. Now normally he has a like a bandana on, I think, for the most part, covering up his forehead, and it has some hair coming up in certain ways. This is the closest hairstyle I could find to what he has. I think he has almost more of a mullet shape. Unfortunately, there isn't something like that, so we have this kind of long hair that's just kind of splayed backwards. So it's going to be a number 5, the root color of 80, tip color of 82. I always like to do a blend between those two different colors. We're at 47 for the blend. I have a sheen position of 51 and a sheen of 16. For the eyebrows, I went with number 5 at a color of number 1 with a thickness of 71. For the facial hair, I went with the number 2 beard. I think when he gets older or something and he becomes big boss, it becomes like something more sporadic or crazy or something like that. So if you want to go for something more like this, feel free to play around. I have a root color of 82 and a tip color of 84 for the beard. I have a little bit lighter than his hair. You could darken this up to the hair values if you want, or go darker on the beard. I have the blend of 75 between the two, sheen position 50, and sheen of 13. I find the sheen doesn't really matter too much on the facial hair, or even the regular hair for that matter. We have no body hair. I'm not sure if he has any, to be honest. Feel free to add some if you want. For the eyes, I went with type number 1. From what I could find, I believe most of the snakes have blue eyes, so I went with that for safety. Feel free to change these values if this is too blue for you. I went with 270 for primary, 252 for secondary, 257 for tertiary, and 107 for the sclera as always, minus 25 for the iris size, and 1 for the pupil. Eyelashes I left normal. They're at 111, 0, 45, 18. We have no eyeshadow, we have no eyeliner, no freckles, nothing on the cheeks. For his lips, this is what the base skin looks like for lips. That's too red in my opinion for how his character looks. So what I did is I set it to type number 5. I went with a number 69 for the skin color, or the lip color, because it more closely matches his skin. We set the spread to 100. We lower the opacity all the way to 0, and even though it's at 0, it's still coming through on the color. So that'll make it look more natural to what his skin color is, which seems to be how his character is perceived. So his lip sheen is at 55. And that's it. We have no further changes. I'm not sure if he has scars anywhere that I'm aware of. I think eventually he gets like scars and stuff over his eyes. So if you're going for more of his later, I think it's the big boss version, you could throw a scar across his eye like that. I would probably use, it's going to be a body scar. I would probably use this scar right here. It's the same scar that I used on my Geralt of Rivia. Just throw that on and put the eye so that it's like right in the middle of that scar. Hopefully, like I said, I don't know if this is the right snake. I'm pretty sure this is Naked Snake, aka Normal Snake, who eventually becomes Big Boss. Once again, let me know in the comments down below, which snake is this? Did I make him look close enough to who he's supposed to be? I'm not really sure. Did my best. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I got plenty of other characters on my channel. Check them out. If you want to see someone made, make a request. I might be able to get to them. Who knows? Anyways, that's it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'm out. Deuces.